Welcome, Mr. Scone. Appreciate it, Director Scovey. I appreciate you being here. If you would, once you get situated, introduce yourself and your associates.
Okay.
And then then the magic question is, can you operate within the mayor's proposed budget?
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm Bob Scone. I'm manager for the Municipal Auditorium. And with me today, I have the chairman of the Auditorium Commission, Blake McDaniel, and also have our finance director, Christy Bailey. And to answer your question, we will do our best to contain our expenses and increase our revenues in the order to reduce our supplement for this upcoming budget year. Thank you for letting me be here today. Some major accomplishment that we made this past year was that we took our current staff of 10 employees and made it down to 9 employees, and so we're operating on 9 full-time employees this year. So that was a good accomplishment that we made. Also, I'm highlighting some new events that we had this past year. We had World Roller Girls competition. I know we had the Roller Girls competition, but this was the World Finals, and we had people in from all over the world competing. Also had the American Idol auditions. We had the Eric Church rehearse for 11 days for his current concert tour. Also, we continue to host certain events such as the Shrine Circus, the Ohio Valley Basketball Conference, Harlem Globetrotters, and in addition to our Roller Girls, kind of being our prime tenant, and along with the Nashville Venom, which is our arena football team within their second year here. Some new events that we have coming up this upcoming year is the Ink and Iron Festival. We're doing that in conjunction with the Bicentennial Mall, so they'll be back in between our place and also the auditorium. And also we have Hello Kitty coming up. In our budget pages, you will see an increase of budget for our travel. This number will be redistributed during the true-up process, so it will not remain in travel. In closing, I just want to thank you for your continued support for our budget, for our seating renovation project. It's going very well. We're almost halfway complete, and it's being a nice addition to our building. Also, thank you for your contribution to the Musicians Hall of Fame. That public-private partnership is working out very well, and the improvement will be opening up a Grammy gallery soon in the auditorium in our Musicians Hall of Fame and Museum. So thank you for your support, and I'll entertain any questions you have.
Thank you, Mr. Scone. Open the floor up for council members. Councilman Tigard.
Thank you and welcome, Bob. What impact financially will the Grammy addition, and what impact has the Musicians Hall of Fame had in terms of what's the split in revenue, et cetera?
We derive $1 a head that every person that comes through there for not only coming into the museum, but also for their special events. And also, we expect that attendance to vastly increase once the Grammy Gallery comes into play, because there's going to be numerous school kids visiting this gallery. It's going to be an interactive gallery, and with the addition of the Grammy name on the gallery, on the Musicians Hall of Fame, we really feel that that's going to add a lot of clout to the name, and it'll improve their attendance. And their attendance and their events, because they hold all types of different events in that museum, continuously is increasing.
So will the Grammy entrance also be $1 per head for the building?
Yes, it's going to be part of the museum. It's going to be incorporated in the museum, yes, sir.
All right, so looking back over time, the revenue that you previously received for this area for special events and different things versus now, how much greater are we doing now? Are we breaking even from what it was and hoping to build, or what's the exact situation there?
If I understand your question correctly, it's gradually increasing every year. Every month. We're starting to see, and so are the number of events. Is that?
Yeah, but in the old days, what was that space used for previously?
We used it for special sales,
special events that you rented out.
Yes.
And that produced some kind of income.
Yes.
So are we doing better with this model now than the old model, or the same, or?
Not to date, but we're getting close. We're getting close to where we were before.
We took a step back in order to go a step forward, then, basically.
And it's a huge improvement to the property. If you have seen the museum, it's very improved.
All right, help me out here on the reduction of position. Where does that show up in your budget?
That's where I just wanted to point that out, because we still left us with 10 employees on what you're looking at, but we only have 9. We repositioned them before a lot of this work was done, so it'll be going away in the next budget year, but we're only going to be,
You're only going to fill 9 this year.
We're only going to fill 9 this year.
So
That's correct.
what is your projected salaries for this year compared to what's in our book?
I think it's 460,
Is that the personal services line?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
On 61.5 is what I'm looking at.
Yep.
So that 629,500
That's correct.
will go down.
Yes, sir.
So Rich, help me out here. If this number is not correct, there's an adjustment number, how does that impact what the rest of the document does?
I apologize, Councilman. I was daydreaming, doing something else.
You're an honest man.
And I was,
You're probably thinking about what socks to wear tomorrow.
I was, because I know I disappointed you today, and I want to try to do better tomorrow.
Well, the deputy mayor made up for it, apparently.
Okay, all right.
Dr. Seuss called yesterday, by the way, and he appreciates you sending those socks back to him.
Good. I apologize.
Okay, the question was, Bob has indicated they're going from 10 positions down to 9, but the budget in our book still reflects $629,500 on personal services salaries.
Yeah.
But that number is not correct.
But remember, it really doesn't matter in their regard because they're an enterprise fund. And so all that means is that if the salary numbers are down or less than was in the book, that means that when they come in the spring for a supplemental to balance their books, hopefully it'll be less money.
Hopefully it'll be less
Hopefully
money.
it'll be less money, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you, Councilman Taggart. Mr. Sconey, seeing no other members in the queue, that completes and concludes your presentation. I want to thank you for being here and appreciate providing the information.
Very welcome. Thank you all.